And tapos na yung pag-rant ko. So sorry for that. So again, good morning. So here we have your activity um last Wednesday. So this is your activity number 5. So kindly read the problem po, Engineer Aliali. Kindly read the problem po. Yes po. Thank you for that, Engineer. So looking at this problem, ano, by observing, you have there your given pressure. This is pressure and temperature from inlet of the turbine. You have there your condenser pressure, which is 20 kilopascal. And then you have there to extract on your turbine 1000 kilopascal. Okay po? So technically, this is an ideal regenerative Rankine cycle. Drawing your um, TS diagram for your analysis. Let me draw it here, like this one. Yan. So this is your TS diagram. So let me write the numbers of in here. So this is your state point 1, your state point 2 here, state point 3 here, state point 4 here, state point 5 here, 6 here, and 7 here. So paano ko po nasabi ito na ganito po lang ang drawing niya? Kasi po, you have their given pressures na tatlo. Okay po? And sinabi po sa atin na regenerative. So kapag po ulit, pressures po natin is 3000 kPa. You have also there 20 kPa and another pressure which is 1000 kPa. So from here, ang need po muna natin gawin is to convert those pressures papunta po sa MPa. Engineer Hidalgo, why do we convert our pressures papunta po sa MPa? Any idea po?
Para po sir, mas madali po tayo makapaghanap sa steam table po.
Okay, thank you. And that is right. So converting this or conversion for that is that you'll divide this by 1000. So this would be 3 megapascal, 0.020 megapascal, then lastly 1 megapascal. Okay, looking at your pressures, and you have here your TS diagram. So this is technically an ideal regenerative Rankine cycle with one extraction. Paano po natin nasabing one extraction? So sabi lang po dito is steam is extracted at 1000 kilopascals. Other than that, no extraction na po. Okay? So again, kapag po pinakataas, that is your highest pressure. So this would be 3 megapascal. Your middle part is your intermediate pressure, which is 1 megapascal. And lastly, lowest pressure, that is 0.020 megapascal. Okay po. Also, from our given, we have their given temperature of the inlet of the turbine. So, alin po ba yung inlet natin ng turbine? So, this is your inlet. Ano, yung highest po natin lagi is yung inlet po natin. So, this would be 350 degrees Celsius. So, numbering this one, again, I started here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now that I have labeled my TS diagram, I am now to solve all the enthalpies needed. So at state point 1, from your TS diagram, this is your state point 1. So we do assume that this is saturated liquid. Okay? at state point 1. So at state point 1, we assume that this is saturated liquid. Then on your P sub 1, your pressure here is 0.020 megapascal. Looking at your steam table, you have there V sub 1 P equals to 1.0172 times 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meter per kilogram. Then your enthalpy here, H sub 1, is equals to 251.40 kilojoules per kilogram. So bakit ko po ba sinosolve itong activity 5? This is for you to check kung tama po yung ginawa ninyo doon sa activity po na naka-upload sa classroom. Okay po? This is just a checking of your solution. So to continue, now that I have there my enthalpy 1, I can now proceed with our enthalpy 2. So using our enthalpy 2, or I mean state point 2, we have there a condition, which is your pressure 2 is equal to 1 megapascal. So in state point 2, we always compute for the work of pump. Specifically, dalawa po yung pump natin. So ano po ba yung pump natin na una? Pump po natin na una is 1 to 2. This is your pump 1. And then your pump 2 is 3 to 4. Kasi po, straight line po ito. As well as yung 3 to 4, straight line po ito. Meaning constant entropy. Okay, so your work of pump has a formula which is V sub 1 times P sub 2 minus P sub 1. Remember that P sub, or I mean your pressures here must be in kPa. So trying to solve for that, so that is 1.0172 times 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meter per kilogram multiplied to 1000 kilopascal minus 20 kPa. And that would give me P sub 1, which is equal to 0.996856. This is kilojoules per kilogram. Now that I have there my work of pump, I can now solve for my enthalpy 2. So how do you solve for that? So that is H enthalpy 1 plus work of pump, specifically pump 1. So therefore, I can solve now my enthalpy 2 as 252, sorry, 252.396856 kilojoules per kilogram. Now, meron na po tayong enthalpy 1 as well as enthalpy 2. We can now solve for our enthalpy 3. So to solve for that, so to solve for our so to solve for our enthalpy 3, we are now to solve our state point 3. So at state point 3, napapansin niyo po dito, our state point 3 is also on the saturated liquid line. Therefore, we do assume that state point 3 is at saturated liquid. Okay, now you have their given pressure at state point 3, which is 1 megapascal. So here, we can now get our specific volume 3 as well as your enthalpy 3. So finding and using your steam table, you have there 1.1273 times 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meter per kilogram. Then your enthalpy 3 will be 762.81 kilojoules per kilogram. Now that you have your enthalpy 3 there, yan, may enthalpy 3 na po tayo, we can now solve for our enthalpy 4. So using our state point 4, again, you do know that your state point 4 is a work of pump, or process 3 to 4 is in a process of isentropic. and you can solve it by using or calculating the work of pump. So at state point 4, you have there P sub 4 is equals to uh, 3 MPa. And we are asked now to find the work of pump 2. And that is V sub 3 times P sub 4 minus P sub 3. Remember, your pressures must be in kilopascal. So trying to resolve that, so that would give me 1.1273 times 10 raised to negative 3 cubic meter per kilogram multiplied to 3000 kilopascal minus 1000 kilopascal. So then you'll get there your work of pump to be equal to 2.2546 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay po. So once na nakuha na po natin sa work of pump 2, we can now solve for our enthalpy 4. So using that, our work of pump 2 plus enthalpy 3. And your enthalpy 4 would be 765.0646 kilojoules per kilogram. Ngayon po, nakuha na natin sa enthalpy 4. We can now solve for state point 5, enthalpy 5 specifically. So trying to solve for that, so state point 5. So you have there your pressure 5, which is equal to 3 megapascal, and your temperature 5 is given by 350, 350 degrees Celsius. So when you look at your TSAT for this 3 megapascal, ang makikita nyo po is that T5 is greater than your TSAT. Therefore, superheated. Alam ko po na superheated vapor ito. So, titingin po ako sa table 3. Okay? So, table 3 po. Looking for your value, which is enthalpy 5. Ang nakuha ko po dito is 3,115.3 kilojoules per kilogram. While ang akin naman pong S5 is 6.7428 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay po, since nakuha ko na ulit si enthalpy 5, I can now solve for what is asked for state point 6. Okay, yung state point 6 po natin, looking at your state point 6 here, so you have your condition, which is given 1 megapascal pressure, and this is a straight line. So technically, state point 5 and state point 6 has constant entropy. Okay, moving with our state point 6. Your pressure here given 6 is 1 megapascal. And your state point 6 is equals to, or entropy 6 is equals to state point 5, which is 6.7428 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. So then, comparing these values dun po sa values ng SFG, SFG, and SG, you do notice that your S6 is greater than your SG. Therefore, superheated vapor po ito.
Wait lang po din.
So after knowing that your entropy at state point 6 is superheated, so do um, interpolation on your table tree. So look for what is near the value of your entropy. So ang mga malalapit po sa atin. So entropy natin here is kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. And then yung ating enthalpy corresponding nila. So ang pinakamalapit po dito sa ating given is 6.6940 and yung isa pa is 6.7437. Okay po? And then yung corresponding enthalpy po nila is 2,827.9 and the other one or corresponding ng 6.7437 is 2,851.7. So through interpolation, you'll get here enthalpy 6 is equal to 2,851.269014 kilojoules per kilogram. Now that I have here my enthalphy 6, I can now move with my state point 7 or the last state point. Okay, to solve for your last state point 7, I do know that at my state point 7, I have here a given pressure that is 0.020 MPa, and somehow I have here my given state point 7, and after reflecting on my TS diagram, your state point 5, state point 6, and state point 7 is in a straight line. Therefore, it is constant entropy. So then, your state point 7 has an entropy of that is equal to state point 5, which is 6.7428 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Okay po. So looking at the value of your SF, SFG, and SG on this specific pressure, your SF on that particular pressure is 0.8320 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. Your SFG is equal to 7.0766 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin, and SG is equal to 7.9085 kilojoules per kilogram Kelvin. So looking at these values, mapapansin po ninyo, this 6.7428 is in this range. So I can write here S7 is in the range. Therefore, this is wet mixture. And after concluding that this is a wet mixture, you can now proceed to solve for the x. So to solve for the quality, you have there S7 minus SF all over SFG. And through solving for the quality, you have there 0.835298,706. After knowing your quality, you can now solve for enthalpy 7 using the formula HF plus X times HFG. So through using that and substituting the values, you'll get your enthalpy, which is 2,221.193353 kilojoules per kilogram. And you have now completed all your enthalpies. Yes po, Engineer Ali Ali.
Sir, dun po sa X, sadya pong ano yun, 0.8352. Hindi po yun ano, may 5 po yun, di ba? 259. Dun po sa X.
Sa X po, what do you mean po na may 259?
Dun po sa 8352598.
8352. Wait, let me write it again. Sorry. So your x here, 0.8352598706. Tama na po?
Opo, sir. Thank you po.
And sige po. Thank you po. Thank you for those corrections po. So, after getting all your enthalpies, so let me just box it all. And H3, H4, H5, H6, and lastly, H7. So after getting it all, you can now proceed to compute all the necessary um, questions. Ano po? So firstly, so skip ko na yung pagsosolve dun sa part ng without mass consideration para mas mabilis yung inyong pagsosolve. Ano po? So there's a shortcut naman para dun. So una muna natin gagawin after getting all the enthalpies. Let me write first all our enthalpies here. Enthalpies at all state points. You have your H1, 251 kilojoules per kilogram, H sub 2, which is equals to 252.396856 kilojoules per kilogram, H sub 3, that is equal to 762.81 kilojoules per kilogram, H sub 4, which is equals to 765.0646 kilojoules per kilogram, H sub 5, which is equal to 311.53 kilojoules. Sorry, this is 3,000. 3,115.3 kilojoules per kilogram. H sub 6 is equal to 2,851.2901 kilojoules per kilogram. And lastly, your enthalpy 7 is equal to 2,220.893353 kilojoules per kilogram. So you can first, you can skip computing for the work and heat transferred without mass consideration. So we can try to solve the first the what do you call this, the mass balance at your feed water heater. So to do that, so let me draw here mass balance on your feed water heater. Okay, so let me draw here your feed water heater. So, ang ginagawa ng iba para mas madali nila maintindihan, so tingnan natin itong ating TS diagram. So some people or some students use its TS diagram para po mas mabilis nila ma-compute si extracted amount or extracted fraction ng ating steam. So first, kapag po tinignan natin sa TS diagram, so may extraction tayo sa 6. So yung sa 6 natin pupunta po dito is si Y. Okay? Nag-extract po tayo sa turbine natin ng sa 6. So yun po, magma-minus tayo ng Y. So then, ang pupunta po sa ating 7 is 1 minus y. And then this 1 minus y will move up to your state point 2. Napapasok naman kay state point 3. So this is 1 minus y. Okay? So dito po yung ating uh, feed water heater. And then lumabas naman po dito is yung ating 1 or yung total natin. Okay? And yung total natin na 1 will be available up until pumasok po siya ng 6. So let me draw it here. So yung sa feed water heater natin, that's specifically state point 3. So ang pumasok po sa ating feed water heater from your state point 6 is y. Okay? Tapos may pumasok pa po tayo from our state point 2 here. That is 1 minus y. And then, may lumabas po tayo sa feed water heater natin na 3, which is a total of 1. Okay po. Nakuha po ba yung feed water heater natin? Can you tap your reaction pa if naka-follow hanggang dito? Yan. So after knowing this, you can now solve for what is your y. So again, that is energy in equals to energy out. So ano po ba yung mga pumasok natin? As you can see here, that is 6 and that is y. So your enthalpy 6 multiplied to your y. Plus, may pumasok pa po ba tayo? Meron pa po. Pumasok din po si 2. Therefore, H2 times 1 minus y. And wala na po tayong pumasok kundi may lumabas naman po tayo. Ang lumabas naman po natin is 3. So H3 multiplied to 1. So trying to solve for this one, so we can distribute H2 onto this. So therefore, H6y plus H2 minus H2y is equals to H3. You can transpose H2 to the other side of the equation. Therefore, your equation would be H6y plus, minus H2y is equals to H3 minus H2. So you can combine like terms. So therefore, you can get here y is multiplied to the quantity of H6 minus H2. That is equals to H3 minus H2. And by dividing both sides by H6 minus H2, you can cancel out the here H2 minus H6 minus H2, and you'll get here the formula for y, which is H3 minus H2 all over H6 minus H2. So from your enthalpies na ginamit natin kanina or kinuha natin, ito pa. So you can try to use yes pa Engineer Karaos.
Sir, regarding po dun sa enthalpy 7 po, sadya po bang ano yun? 2 to 20.89? Hindi po ba yun ano? 2 to 21? 2,221 po. Point 193353 po.
Wait, let me check pa. Ayan, sige, tama po. That's 221. Sorry for my writings. Yan, sige pa. Thank you for the correction again. That is 2,221.19. Yan, sorry. That is 2,221.193353 kilojoules per kilogram. Yan. Okay po. So, from our given there, or from our solution for y, formula, you can also solve for y. And through substituting your h sub 3, h sub 2, and h sub 6, you can also solve for what is your y. So through solving for that, you have there y is equal to 0.196397 979,422. That is your extracted on your turbine. Okay po, we goods po doon sa mass balance ng feed water heater. Kung ano yung pumasok is equal sa lumabas. So we can compute for what is extracted fraction. Now that you have your y, you can now solve for the work, and heat transferred. Okay po. So let's try to solve it again. Per device. So for our device one, let's make it our boiler. So on our boiler, so this is your boiler here. Ang pumasok po sa ating boiler is state point 4. And ang lumabas po is state point 5. Therefore, your Q sub A would be H sub 5 minus H sub 4. And you'll get here a value of Q sub A, which is equal to 2,350.2354 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay po? And then, on your second device, this is your condenser. So on your condenser, you have there growing, like this one. This is your state point 7 and state point 1. So as you may know from our TS diagram, that on our condenser, ang pumasok na lang po is itong 1 minus y. So therefore, our formula here for our condenser would be Q sub R is equal to 1 minus y multiplied to H7 minus H1. So then on, meron na po tayong value na y, yung sinolve natin po kanina, may value tayo ng H7, may value tayo ng H sub 1. So you can solve for your Q sub R. So using your Q sub R, you'll get here 1,582.992 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay po, we goods po with the condenser. We goods po. Yan. So after your condenser, we have there your turbines. Okay po. So 1, 2, 3. Turbine. Third device is our turbine. So let me call our turbine as turbine 1 and turbine 2. Okay po. So let me call this one. So this is your turbine. Specifically turbine 1. So sa turbine 1 po natin pumasok si 5. Then lumabas po si 6. So therefore, wait lang, balik ulit tayo sa TS diagram. So sabi natin, ang turbine po natin na una, or turbine 1 is 5 to 6. There is no extraction yet here. So therefore, wala po tayong ilalagay na value ng ating mass. Wala po tayong y, kundi po 1 lang po. Okay? So therefore, we have here work of turbine 1 is equal to H sub 5 minus H sub 6. Or if you want na lang maglagay, you can write it 1 here. Therefore, the work of turbine 1 is 264.0309,859 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, we have another turbine. So therefore, I can write it here. Turbine 2. This is 6 and this is 7. Okay, from here, turbine 2, tingnan ulit natin yung ating TS diagram. So meron na po tayo ditong extracted sa 6, which is y, and then meron po tayong gumana lang sa loob ng turbine natin na 1 minus y. So therefore, your formula for your turbine 2 would be work of turbine 2 is equals to 1 minus y multiplied to H6 minus H7. Goods po tayo sa turbine 2. Yan. So, from our turbine 2, you have there, we substituting your Y, H6 and H7, you'll get here a work of turbine which is 506.33098 kilojoules per kilogram. And your work of turbine total would be 770.36 then 839 kilojoules per kilogram. That is yung work ng turbine po natin. And now, lastly, we can now solve also for our pump. So from our pump, so pump 1. Ang pumasok po sa pump po natin is state point 1 and lumabas po na state point 2. So from here, mapapansin niyo po, dun again sa ating TS diagram, ang nasa loob lang po na gumana or nagamit natin na mass dito sa state point 2 to 1 is 1 minus y. Therefore, we'll be utilizing that. So for our pump 1, you have there work of pump is equal to, specifically pump 1, 1 minus y multiplied to h sub 2 minus h sub 1. And technically, you'll get here work of pump 1 be equal to 0.80 then 7 5 3 2 9 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay, then for pump 2, we have there pump 2. Ang pumasok po kay pump 2 is state point 3 and ang lumabas po is state point 4. Again, balik tayo ulit sa ating sa TS diagram. So, yun naman pong pump na 2 natin is ito. Yan. So, pumasok po sa kanya is 1 minus y and y. So, by adding this 2, you'll get here 1. Therefore, ang formula lang po natin sa work of pump 2 is equals to H4 minus H3 multiplied to 1. Therefore, our work of pump 2 would be 2.2546 kilojoules per kilogram. Then after, you can compute for the total work of pump, which is equal to 3.0567533 kilojoules per kilogram. Okay po. We goods with this? Goods po ba tayo dito? Yan. So then on, we can also compute now for our thermal efficiency. Okay? By using one of your formulas. So thermal efficiency is equals to 1 minus QR over QA. And that would give you thermal efficiency that is equals to 32.64801,319%. So then, that's your final answers. Paano po? So sabi po sa atin, we are asked to find for the heat added. You're also asked to find the work of your turbine. That's technically your total work. Your work of pump. Technically, total work of pump. And lastly, your thermal efficiency. So all in all, ito po yung mga sagot dun sa ating problem. Again, that's your heat added, the work of your turbine, work of pump, and thermal efficiency. Do you have any question po with regards dun sa problem sa activity 5? Any question po? Clarification? So if you still haven't done doing that activity, I am still giving you time and chance to solve for it or upload your solution for that. Okay po? So, try this on your own para kapag nag-exam po, mas mabilis nyo na siyang masundan. Kasi thermodynamics, particularly thermodynamics 2, is very procedural. Sunod-sunod lang yung gagawin. Minsan nauulit pa. Okay po? Be goods, can you type 10 po sa chat box if we're goods with regenerative Rankine cycle? Yes po, Engineer Del Mundo.
Sir, paano po pag may konting discrepancy?
If there's a discrepancy, so i-count nyo lang po yung decimal natin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If dun po sa first 6 decimals natin is no discrepancy at all, that would be okay. But if there's something different or there's a difference between them, saan po kayo nagkaroon ng discrepancy, ikaw, engineer?
Sir, kanina po kasi hindi ko lang po tanda kung saan part yun. Pero dun po sa calcu ko ay 0.6. Dun po sa inyo 0.59. Tapos nagsunod-sunod na po.
Okay. So that would be okay as long as yun nga po, yung decimals po natin, first 6 digits natin ng decimals is the same. Pero if yung naging 0.59 ba, naging 0.6 na,
Opo. Kaya po yung thermal efficiency ko ay medyo dun po sa fifth po na decimal place, iba po. 0.2 na po yung akin.
sige po, I'll try to consider that part po. Pero all in all, kapag po kasi nagkakaroon tayo ng discrepancy or somehow tayo po ay naggamit ng what do you call this? Yung ship stored value after calculating, medyo magkakaroon po talaga tayo ng discrepancy. So what I am trying to do po kapag ka ganun is I'll write my enthalpies as is, then saka ko po siya ulit ita-type sa calcu as is. Para po yung discrepancy or yung mga kasunod na numbers nito is mawala dun sa calculator. Okay po. So as you may sige po. So as you may remember, sa inyo pong midterms, napansin ko po na tama po yung mga process ninyo. Ang ginagawa lang po ng iba is nagkabali-baliktad na po yung process. So technically, kapag po may isa kayong maling enthalpy na na-compute, that is domino effect, you can't answer the next questions. That would lead you to a wrong answer. Meron po ako nakita na efficiency na 121%. Ano? So technically, medyo ang ganda ng design niya. Kaso nga lang, mali yung solution. Kasi ang taas ng efficiency. Tapos meron namang efficiency ay 0.00003. Mga ganun. So technically, kapag ka ganun yung makukuha yung sagot, there is something wrong with your solution. Ano po? So after all, do you have any questions with regards po dito sa problem number 5, activity number 5 particularly? So if wala nga po, yes po, Engineer Lee.
Sir, question po regarding po dun sa kung kailan po gagamitin yung mga 1 minus y po according po sa diagram.
Dito po. Yan.
Yes,
So for
po.
example, yan po. So for example nga po, this one. So let me draw it here clearly. Yan. So halimbawa po, ito po yung aking TS diagram. So I have here one pump. Yan, kunwari ganito. Yan. Meron kayong dalawang tatlo. Gawin nating tatlong extraction. So this is ideal regenerative Rankine cycle also because we don't have any actual. So, diba, meron tayong dalawang extraction sa turbine. So, let me write una po state points 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, ang ginagawa po natin kapag po nag-extract, nagbabawas po tayo. Okay po? Nagbabawas po tayo. So, halimbawa, state point 8 muna tayo. On our state point 8, we have extracted here y. Okay po? So, ang pupunta po ngayon sa 9, I've extracted here y. And pupunta lang po sa 9 natin is 1 minus y. Okay? On your 9, you have also extracted here z. And then, ang pupunta lang po sa 10 natin is 1 minus y minus z. And these values po will now move from your state point 10 to your state point 1 up to your state point 2 hanggang makarating po sa state point 3. Therefore, you have there 1 minus y minus z. So, saan po ba tayo ngayon? Nagtitingin. So, on your state point 3, this is your first feed water heater. Feed water heater 2. Water heater 2. And this is your feed water heater 1. So, as you may see, when you add there, sorry, ayos tuminta. Dito po sa state point 3 at state point 3. Ang pumasok po sa kanya is 1 minus y minus z plus z. You can cancel out z. And then, ang lalabas na po dito is 1 minus y. And ito naman po is papasok sa 4 hanggang marating niya si 5. Then, on state point 5, ang pumasok naman po sa kanya is 1 minus y plus isa pang pumasok which is y. So, you can cancel this out. And ang lalabas naman po sa 5 is 1. Nakakuha niyo po ba itong point na ito? Or medyo naguluhan? So, let me draw. So, i-draw ko muna ito. So, let me start with state point. State point 3. So, sa state point 3 po natin, this is from your state point 2. Dito po sa state point 9, nag-extract po tayo ng z. Ang ni-receive ni 9 is 1 minus y. Okay po? So, nag-extract po tayo sa 9 ng z. So, therefore, ang lalabas po papunta kay 9 is 1 minus y minus z. And this will move to 10, 11, 11, tama ba? 10 to 1. Sorry, no, 11. So, from 9, ito na po yung ating laman na fluid. Pupunta siya kay 10, pupunta siya kay 1, pupunta siya kay 2. Then, dun sa 2 natin, ang papasok naman sa kay 3 ay 1 minus y minus z. So, dun po, pag-a-add natin si z plus ito, so you can cancel out your z. So, ang lalabas na sa 3 natin is 1 minus y. Tapos, ito po is pupunta naman dun sa ating state point 4, papunta kay state point 5. And dun sa state point 5 po natin, we have extracted sa 8 ng y. So, ito, pupunta dito. That is 1 minus y. Y plus 1 minus y, that would be 1. Nakakuha niyo po ba itong part na ito? So, you can try to practice this on your own para mas madali niyo siya maintindihan. Kasi if nagbabago-bago yung numbers natin, medyo mahihirapan. Kaya ang tinuturo ko, mas maganda if kaya nyo siyang i-drawing ng ganito. Yan. For about feed water heater 1. This is your feed water heater 1. 5. Ito. So, ang pumasok sa kanya is 8. At ang laman ng 8 is y. And then, pumasok sa kanya, galing sa 4, is 1 minus y. 1 minus y. Then, ang lalabas po sa kanya is 1, and that is state point 5. Okay? Then dito sa feed water heater natin na isa, this one, feed water heater, ang pumasok sa kanya is si Z. That is state point 9. May pumasok din tayo from 2, that is 2, and ang pumasok sa kanya is 1 minus Y minus Z. And ang lalabas po sa kanya, that is 3, is 1 minus Y. Because when you add this 2, ang lalabas is 1 minus Y. It takes practice po to solve this kind of problem. Pero madali lang naman siya upon getting the gist. Is this a little clearer ngayon po? Yan. So you can try to practice this problem naman on your own. So by trying to resolving it, makukuha niyo yung gist ng paano yung sinasabi kong ito. Okay po? So, any questions, clarifications other than this po? If wala po, you can type po sa chat box natin ng 10. I know this is a little difficult, pero kakayanin niyo naman ito. May intindihan niyo din siya kapag nagtatry talaga kayo mag-solve ng problems. Okay po? So thank you for that. So let's try to move with our topic to discuss today. So we are to discuss chapter 6. Yeah, wait lang po. We are to discuss chapter 6. Is my screen still visible po sa inyong end? Tatap po ako ng reaction? Yeah. Sige po. So let's start our discussion for today. So yung kanina is ano lang, habol lang. So now let's start our chapter 6. So chapter 6 is reheat regenerative Rankine cycle. So we have discussed from our previous discussions, the reheat as well as regenerative. So on your chapter 6, this is the combination of both. Okay po? So before we start with our calculation for this, let me read here this description of reheat regenerative Rankine cycle. So this cycle is a thermodynamic cycle that enhances the efficiency of power generation. If you may still remember, we have 3 modified Rankine cycle, and this reheat regenerative is one of those. Okay po? Ano po ba ulit yung modified natin? We have the first one, which is reheat Rankine cycle. The second one is regenerative Rankine cycle. And lastly, is your reheat regenerative Rankine cycle. So again, present here is your reheating as well as your regeneration. So after the steam expands in the high pressure turbine, it is reheated before entering the low pressure turbine, which increases the overall efficiency by utilizing heat energy more effectively. So halimbawa, ito yung high pressure turbine natin. This is high pressure turbine. Yung nirelease po ng high pressure turbine natin will be again reheated. So on our reheater. So then, pupunta po siya sa low pressure natin. Okay po? Ganyan po yung nangyayari sa reheating po natin from high pressure. I-reheat po ulit natin siya bago pumasok sa low pressure. Is there possible or is there a possibility na your high pressure po will reheat to intermediate pressure turbine, high pressure turbine, intermediate pressure turbine. Then afterwards, you'll be again reheating this up to your low pressure turbine. Yes, this is possible po. Po. So, ang kanya po magiging diagram would be like ganito. Yan. You have here double reheating katulad po ng nasa exam natin. Okay po? So, ganun po yung reheating. And then, regeneration. This process involves extracting steam from turbine at an intermediate pressure to preheat the feed water before it enters the boiler, which further improves thermal efficiency. So, sa regeneration naman, you have their extraction, okay, on your turbine. You have their extraction. So, pwede po ba yung madaming extraction? Yes po, pwede po. Pwede pong ganito yung drawing natin. Mhm. Yan, kunwari yan. Kunwari hanggang dito yan. Pwede pong madaming extraction. Yan. Pwede pong dalawa, pwede pong tatlo, pwede pong lima, pwede pong anim, pwede pong 10 extraction as long as your turbine is has the capacity to extract on those various points. Okay po? So let's try to recall RTS diagrams. So firstly, ito po yung ating pinakaunang diniscuss, which is the ideal Rankine cycle. As you may see, we have here one pump, boiler here. We have one turbine, and also your condenser here. But next, we have also discussed this one. This is reheating or reheat Rankine cycle, at which this is your pump here, your boiler here, your high pressure turbine here, your reheating here, then your low pressure turbine. Okay po? And then also we have discussed the regenerative Rankine cycle. So sa regenerative naman, we have here two pumps. Your pump 1, you have there your pump 2. This is your boiler, your turbine, specifically turbine 1, and then turbine 2. So ito pong dalawang diagram na ito is pinagsama po natin, or yung system ng Rankine cycle na ito is pinagsama po natin. So you have there your regenerative Rankine cycle. So ito pong drawing na ito, yan. So this is an actual Rankine cycle. Actual reheat regenerative Rankine cycle specifically. Kasi po, we have their pump efficiency. Efficiencies, I mean, kasi dalawang pump ito. Then you have their your turbine efficiencies. High pressure turbine efficiency and low pressure turbine efficiency. Okay po. So here is your reheating or reheat. And then this one is for your regenerative. Okay po, we goods. Pinagsama po natin si reheat as well as sa Rankine. So let me try to have here a diagram. We draw here. Yeah. So let me draw it here like this one. Kunwari ito may given. So we have here extraction, two extractions. Yeah. So we have here state point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So here you have your reheat at this point. May reheat po tayo dito sa 7, sa 8, sorry, ayaw. Sa 8 to 9, reheating po tayo dito. Okay? And then we have extraction at your state point 10 as well as your state point 11. So from here, again, for mass balance, you have here 1. Then extract tayo sa 10, that would be y. Then lalabas sa 10, si 1 minus y. Then we have again extracted on your 11, that is z. Therefore, ang papasok po dito is 1 minus y minus z. And then, papasok ulit siya dito sa 3, which is our state point 2, which is 1 minus y minus z. Pasok dito z. Then, pagpasok